Breast milk science. It's a thing. And it's our thing. We're ByHeart. We're an infant formula company on a mission to get a lot closer to the most super food on the planet, breast milk. Our patented protein blend has more of the important and most abundant proteins found in breast milk. We're the first and only U.S.-made formula to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, not skim. We make our formula in our own factories in Iowa, Oregon, and Pennsylvania, using a small batch manufacturing process that works to preserve the integrity of our ingredients. We ran the largest clinical trial by a new infant formula company in 25 years, and clinically proved benefits like easier digestion, less gas, and softer poops versus a leading infant formula. We were the first infant formula company to earn the Clean Label Project Purity Award. And while we've put a lot into ByHeart, there's a long list of things you won't see on our ingredient list, like no corn syrup, no maltodextrin, no GMO ingredients, no soy, no palm oil. ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Miami, Florida. In a 1995 Toyota Camry, sit Miami girl Adnama.
I don't even know what to say right now because, I don't have I can't.
Snowbird David Feinstein.
It's those damn Republicans. Is it Marco Rubio? Is that the answer?
Central Floridian and conspiracy theorist Cletus.
Obama is a lizard. We know this.
And his pet gator, Steve.
Sensei, can they understand me?
Outside, you look up onto the roof of the restroom building and see the Florida man dancing in a circle, chanting, croqueta, 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 and doing little snorts of bath salt off his forearm in between. So he goes, croqueta, 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 croqueta.
Hear their tale in Dungeons & Drimbus. Available wherever podcasts are found.
Steel your mind, for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters.
Like we black out?
Yes.
Just like I planned.
And then...
Did Julian get us drunk somehow?
And then this is when things get interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
I was bored up until
I
now.
love when that happens.
Finally, something interesting.
Yeah.
Now for
All
something
right.
completely different.
Now, right now, forget your entire past. Forget the mission that you're on. Forget
What mission?
everything. Other than you know who you are. Or you know that you're Victor Stodge. You know that you're Aleister. You know that you're Julian. But your past is a complete mystery.
You know, that brings up an interesting philosophical question, because what are we if we're not our past?
Here.
And each of you wake up inside of the DDA office. And yeah, your head is, all three of you, you have a headache. It's throbbing. It's painful. And it intensifies even more as you hear a knock on the office door.
Ow.
Okay.
Oh.
I wish I'd known that you were going to do this, because then I wouldn't have taken those ibuprofen about 2 hours ago for my headache. Been more method about this. So I want to be clear. We don't remember our past at all. Do we remember being members of the DDA and remember who each other are, or do we just remember our own names and like what we're able to do, and we just don't remember anything that's happened up until now?
So as you wake up, all of you hear a knock on the door. You look over at the door, which y'all don't remember an elevator, but there's a door there now, and it says Darkwell Detective Agency, Private Eyes.
But do I know who the other 2 guys are, is my question.
Yeah, what exactly
Yes.
do we know?
All 3 of you are
What do we know?
detective partners.
So we just
I guess
know that
the
we're
other kind of
detectives.
follow-up to that.
Do I know?
I was going to say, I guess the other follow-up to that is there any kind of like other thing that we remember, or is it just we know ourselves, we know who each other are, but not any like past for ourselves or the others?
It's coming to you. Like
Okay.
you wake up and the head's just throbbing, and then you're just like, oh, yeah, we're detectives. There's obviously a client there, but you don't know why you just woke up and your head's hurting or anything like that. But you know that you live inside of Darkwell. You know that you're just a private detective agency, and all 3 of you are partners. Aleister is a cat.
Right,
naturally. Julian is a crypt folk that is inhuman. No, he's a crypt folk, but you look human because of your wraps. Like y'all still have your magic, you still have your magic items, you still have all of your equipment and everything. But like it kind of like even the mech suit is more not as futuristic as it was. It's still going to do the same things, but it's kind of like step back, and it's more like an exoskeleton more than it is a Iron Man suit.
Cool.
So I am a crypt folk, but I look human.
Oh no, I didn't mean Julian. I meant Victor is a crypt folk.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Julian is human.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We knew what
I
you
got the
meant,
names
but we
mixed
let
up.
you-
Sorry.
We let you continue because it became funnier as you
I
did.
honestly
That's all.
didn't know, and I was just like, oh yeah, and by the way, you've all swapped bodies.
No.
Meow.
But like your situation as far as like your levels, all that kind of stuff still apply. Y'all are just private detectives in a Darkwell, and there is no elevator. It's a door, and you're on the 2nd floor of the Darkwell Detective Agency.
Well, I don't know who that is at the door, but they'd better have a very good reason.
Yeah.
Ow.
Were we expecting anybody?
I don't think so, but my head hurts.
All right,
There's another rap on the door.
Thank you.
Yeah, Victor will walk
Now there's
over
raps on the door. Oh no!
and open the door, and Victor's Victor's almost got his eyes closed. It's like rubbing his forehead. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Oh yes, did I catch you at a bad time?
No, we were all just taking a mid-afternoon nap. I'm assuming it's afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I figured it was coming close to closing time, but I figured I just got into town on boat and I was directed here for assistance on missing persons.
Okay.
Yeah, come on in and sit down.
Oh, thank you.
Victor will go over to his desk and sit down behind his desk and motion to a chair that's sort of in front of it.
I'll get up and then I'll just hand some paperwork. Just like, you need to fill out these forms first. Sign here, sign here for liability. Do you need anything to drink? God, I hope we have coffee.
Oh yeah, a coffee does sound nice.
Okay, all right.
Okay. It's out. I'll go start the coffee.
No, I got it.
While you fill out the paperwork.
I got it. I just need to be out of the room.
Use the one in the left container.
Okay.
I trying something new.
All right. I'll just go off and make coffee. Dealing with this throbbing headache.
So, do you guys have a rough time waking up every day in the middle of the evening?
We just had a rough night last night, and there wasn't much going on this morning. So, what was your name?
Why do I never plan these things?
You have all this set up. I didn't even think I would be throwing you off that time.
I know.
That would be a normal question for the you starting to fill paperwork out. I can't see the paperwork. My eyes
I've got
hurt.
a good name for him. The name for this NPC is going to be Jack Lawson.
Jack Lawson. No, that's totally a privatized name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What's that dude's name?
Which dude?
It's not like a woman in a sexy dress. So.
My name is Janis. Janis Tyler.
You killed Tyler? You bastard.
You made that joke before. Somebody
the case
did.
is solved. It was Tyler and he's dead.
I don't know of a Tyler. My last name is Killa Tyler.
Mm-hmm. That was out of character. Sorry.
I know. I was too. I mean, I said y'all made that joke before.
Is a rough
I'll
morning.
come
Because
back.
that's what I had planned. I just forgot that I had that plan.
I'll come back off in the back room. All I got's sugar. We're out of creamer. Victor, we need to go.
I'll take it black.
Okay.
I need something to really wake me up.
I didn't put sugar in your coffee. I'm not a monster. I mean, it's right there if you want.
Of course. He sips on his coffee.
All right.
Is he done with his paperwork?
Yeah. This. Aleister, you take that.
He finishes the paperwork and yeah, is Janis Tyler. Like you look at it and you notice that he wrote down location, last seen of missing persons, and you see Anubis on the Burke continent. So you know it's across the ocean where this missing persons.
You say Anubis?
Anubis on the continent of Burke.
Is Aleister engaged at all, or is he just sort of hanging around, waiting up still?
Still kind of trying to like figure out what to do about this headache.
Okay.
Can Janis can Janis understand Aleister if he was talking?
No.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so probably don't want to explain that whole business.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but you do know that Dreamland's cats exist and they operate just like normal citizens.
Okay. All right. Cool. That situation.
Like that. Yeah, it's still the same situation you would normally be in. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And okay. So I got Anubis, Burke. That's far away. So there's going to be some travel expenses in that as well. Who are we looking for?
Oh yeah, money is not an option. I heard raving reviews of your work, and I needed the best.
Oh well, you've certainly come to the best. What's the name of this individual?
Well, it's not just an individual; it's an entire archaeology team.
Okay.
We found some ruins.
That was going to be the question. What were they?
Okay. Yeah.
What were they researching?
Well, they were on an expedition, uncovering some ruins and doing some research and figuring out what was inside there, what time period it was from. Your normal archaeology expedition.
Of course.
How many members?
5.
Any kinds of identifying pictures, distinctive traits, ages?
Their names. All 5 of them.
Victor, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. It's probably filled out on the paperwork. We'll just go over the paperwork.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, the names aren't really important, but the names are on there. But he hands over a picture. It's definitely like a it's not a colored picture. It's like
Faded.
Yeah, faded, or not. I mean, it's not. It's brand new picture. Like it's a pretty new picture,
black and
but
white.
it's not like colored. It's black and white, or like that
Sepia tone.
sepia tone
Yeah.
kind of color to it.
It's a daguerreotype.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and it's got a picture of the five archaeologists, and they're posing in front of the top of a pyramid, sticking out of sand, like where they broke ground basically.
Okay.
Then they all go missing at once.
Well, I don't know if in the order. We just kept communications. I went into town to get supplies, seeing as I was leading the expedition and funding it. I went into town to get supplies with some of the workers, and came back. Somehow they went missing in the middle of the night. The workers have no clue. Like the locals have no clue where they had gone. Last thing I know, it looked like they may have entered into a temple area, but other than that, they just disappeared off the face of Terra. So,
And I'm assuming that the local law enforcement either didn't care or didn't have the resources, and that's why you're coming to us.
well, that's what they uncovered. That everyone had an alibi. The last sign was them entering a temple inside of the ruins, and that was it. That's all they could find out, and I would say that they're actually quite scared of the ruins, and even argued against us getting a permit to excavate, but it did eventually get passed. I have a lot of money. As he reaches
good.
into his jacket and pulls out a big like a big rolled up thing of cash, and sets it on the table. I imagine this would cover travel expenses, any supplies that you need beforehand. When the job is done, I'll pay the other half.
Good. Standard rate is half now, half later. Okay. Aleister, you want to go ahead and count the money and then put that into bank and record it for the day, please and thank you.
Sure, maybe the distraction will help against this headache.
It's counting. I don't think it should be too taxing.
Oh, the counting makes it so much worse.
Aleister's going to be messing up the count like constantly.
But no, the count is
Or
$25,000, which is a bunch of money for this world
guess.
and this time period.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's just like, I don't know.
It's like that much. It's whatever.
25K somehow.
It's
Yeah.
enough.
Mhm.
Sure. He said it's 25K. That sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, your eyes would definitely get wide and be like, that's a lot of money.
But we're still kind
It's
of
like-
like half like messed up, so it doesn't really like hit us. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
You look around and you notice there's like the office definitely needs some repairs and sprucing up and everything, and you're like, oh, this will cover it plus.
there's some like dirty old empty wine bottles just in the corner that haven't been thrown out.
Yeah.
All right.
Victor's wondering if they're so successful, why is their office so crappy? But then he just brushes the thought off. No.
It's a trope. Don't question it.
You're self-defeating.
All right. I think that's all the information we have. What's the best way to reach out to you? Do you have an address we could send a telegram?
Oh, well, I'll be traveling with you. You would not need to pay for the boat ride or
Good, I was
or
gonna
transportation
mention that.
out to the ruins. So,
We need a
so you
little
get
bit more
the
for
half
travel
up front
expenses.
plus travel covered.
Yeah, that's fine. You normally don't take people with us to do our work, but I see that this case might be an exception to the rule.
Well, I mean, if you feel I should stay here, then I will, but...
I think we should keep him with us in case we think of any other information we might need.
Aleister?
Or just money.
Make sure he's not gonna disappear as well.
Thoughts?
We don't know who did this and if they've got some sort of grudge or something. Victor still wants to keep people safe.
Like,
he's still ethical.
It's a lot of money, and there's a lot more money, so and it would probably be good for us to do this.
I like that since Aleister doesn't have his driving force anymore, it's now just, I need as much as possible to be comfortable. He doesn't have like the mission to save and return his one person. Now it's just Aleister's creature comforts are his primary concern. Instead of being a very large secondary concern.
Instead of being the secondary concern.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, if you want to go ahead and book passage for us, we can leave first thing tomorrow morning. We just need some time to gather our
sleep
belongings and prepare.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Sleep does sound very good.
I was going to ask if you could leave tomorrow morning. I am paying for the captain to keep the ship in dock. I have chartered him for an indefinite amount of time. But each day is money, so the earliest the better. So that works out.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. Well, I'd say we're definitely taking this case, and we will see you at the dock first thing in the morning.
Very well. Would you recommend a tavern, an inn to stay at?
Over there?
No, here for the night.
Name of the one?
Oh,
what's the name of the one from season 1? What's the name of it? I keep thinking Prancing.
Well, you
Pony,
had
I'm pretty sure it's not that.
The Drowning Winch. You had
the Arcane Winch.
The Arcane Winch, and the Burning Vine Tavern was the nice one. That y'all never went to, but you met one of the bouncers from it.
Oh, okay.
He drove you in his car.
He's paying. Might as well stay at the nice one.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah. Burning Vine, is that what you said? I've already forgotten. I mean,
yeah, Burning Vine Tavern, yeah. Yeah, the Burning Vine.
If you're in the mood for something nicer, the Burning Vine is quite nice. Or if you're in the mood for some decent bar food, the Arcane Winch down the road is a little bit more low rent.
Food's very good there. I can vouch for that for sure.
Second best potato wedges around.
Potato wedges. That's the wrong voice. Potato wedges. I've heard of those before. Never had them. I'll have to try these second best potato wedges.
If you pay us enough, I'll make you the first.
All right. Yeah, there's a kitchen on the boat, so maybe we'll have some there. I'm quite tired of boiled potatoes. The captain doesn't have much of a kitchen crew. It's not that great.
Yeah, well, you get used to it.
I'll bring some stuff to cook on the boat. I'm pretty good.
All right. Lots of talent in this room. All right. Well, you gentlemen have a good night.
Yes, and please, on your way out, could you make sure to close the door very quietly?
Slam. He trips, hits a waste basket, and it falls over and clanks.
No, we'll get that. Just
do you have anything for this headache, Julian?
Oh God, I don't.
Slim. Yeah.
I'm assuming that we know is he still a former doctor? Do we know that at all? Is that part of his personality?
Oh, Julian is a doctor. Yeah, Julian is a doctor.
Yes,
is a current doctor.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I have a gun I could shoot.
Same
you
situation, like
same situation,
just different past.
Because I'm considering it now.
We don't know why he transitioned. He just did.
Yeah, I got something. Just give me a minute. I'll root around. I'll root around my bag and see if I can find some aspirin or something.
I'm gonna make some more coffee.
No, we've
already gone through the pot.
No, we can't. We have to wake up early tomorrow. If we keep drink that shit, we're gonna stay up all fucking night.
So y'all are having that conversation and bickering and complaining, and then we like, I guess we kind of like zoom out, and y'all don't know this or anything, but y'all are going about your business. Aleister's trying to go back to sleep, like trying to cover his ears from y'all talking, and we zoom out, and then like the three of y'all on like your real bodies are laying inside of this same kind of room that the fragment of the tablet was in before. There's water dripping from the ceiling and everything, and y'all's bodies are just laid out asleep on the ground with the device just sitting there on the ground, and then go back in, and you wake up in the morning. Y'all prepped everything.
Really quick aside, and it may not matter for anything, but is the device still on?
No, the device is not on.
Okay.
Okay.
But y'all are asleep. Like your real bodies are asleep. All right. So is there any like last minute preparation? Like you got the basics and stuff. Like you would have definitely spent some of the money and got supplies, food, enough to take with you.
So we're in Darkwell. What?
Yes.
What time period is it?
Definitely that early 1900s, like when everybody went nuts over like Tutankhamun's tomb and all that kind of stuff. Like,
so probably like maybe a little earlier than our original setting.
Yeah, a little bit earlier.
No, all the futuristic stuff we have still works the same. It just appears to be a little less complicated. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, my injector might just be a needle or something. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an injector.
Yeah.
It is an injector, yes.
I don't know how my magic cuffs work. I guess they're just, since it's magic, it doesn't matter. But
I mean, there's still magic, like, in the world and stuff like that.
They're magic.
But I guess it's just a little bit cruder technology, but it was still like it's still that technological / magic combination advancement, just a little bit earlier.
Right. I don't know if Victor can make any more of the injections. I know I haven't used any yet, but I don't know how quickly he can make them sort of overnight. It's up to you. If he doesn't have time, he doesn't have time.
Yeah, I would say
Or
like
ingredients.
getting the supplies and everything, that headache doesn't go away till the morning.
Okay, yeah, I don't
like,
think
so
he
you-
could have done it then. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Like
Cool.
you don't know that you're gonna be fighting anything or anything like that. Like you don't like
Well, I mean,
you
so
just
not
know
all
that
of them
you're
are
on
for
a
fighting.
detective job. Yeah, I know. But you know you're on a detective job. You're about to be traveling for
A while.
like a week or two across the ocean to a completely other continent.
A what or two?
A week or two, I guess, depending on the weather.
If it's a week or two, then Victor would probably go out and pick up like at least another week's worth of rations, in case the boat doesn't have
Well, I would.
people to eat.
Well, you were talking about bringing stuff to cook food, so like you would be
Yeah.
able to cook on the boat, like not rations, but actually like ingredients and stuff like that
Okay,
would
cool.
last.
Yeah, so Victor would go to the crypt folk
And that was
store
part
and
of
buy
like
corpse
just
meat.
you got the basic, yeah. You would have gotten corpse meat.
Yeah, I got that, and I got some stuff to cook for the other guys. Got some fish.
Yeah, like you got your basic
tuck the ingredients
necessities,
away.
all that. But any last minute preparations in the morning before heading to the docks with your cart of supplies that you got the night before.
Honestly, wouldn't know what else I would want to get. To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
And there
I
may
mean,
not
I
be
think-
anything. It's not there's no wrong answer.
There's not much.
Yeah.
There's not much preparation. Victor was already
duck.
pretty prepared anyway. So.
What about preparation H?
Preparation?
Well, you know,
fee.
when preparations A through G fail.
Yep.
So
bring my
you go
WD 35.
35.
So y'all heading to the docks first. You notice that Janis doesn't come by the detective agency or anything. So
Nah, I figured he wouldn't. I figured he would just meet us at the docks.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we see him at the docks?
Yeah, you see him at the docks.
Okay, cool. And the headache is gone.
Hello, gentlemen. Nice, fine morning. The burning vine was exquisite.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Are we absolutely certain that we have to go by ship?
You'll be fine. You got that water displacement thing that you do. I don't know if it would be
that doesn't really make it any
fabric.
better.
Yeah, what's the rationale with like the magical devices? We just know that we've got them from past cases or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like you still have all that stuff. Like it makes sense in your head why you
Victor,
have them.
Oh, Victor would have brought
And
a
I guess you
couple
could,
of barrels of ingredients. And so he's just like carrying like 2 big barrels, one under each arm.
Victor rolled several
Barrels, nice. There's
Where
a
I put
barrel
this
of
stuff?
taters and
Exactly, a barrel of potatoes. I brought the good ones. I didn't know what kind this guy had.
oh, trust me. Anything you could possibly make is better than what he made. So
Probably don't say that near the captain, but all right.
yeah, he turns around and he notices the captain coming. He's like, Captain, we are ready to go as soon as we get our supplies on your ship.
What's the name of the captain?
I hope you had a fine night, Captain, and looking forward to eating breakfast with you. He's being fake as fuck.
Yeah. Captain, what?
Yeah, what's the captain? Because I'm assuming we introduced ourselves to the captain.
Yeah, Victor like hold out his hand and be like, Victor Stodge, nice to meet you, Captain.
Gnome reaches up and shakes your hand with his green hair, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Captain. You can call me Captain Gerbo."
Of course. He's
Nice to meet you, Captain Gerbo.
I'll have my men get your supplies on.
Well, I got these. Where'd I put them?
What's in them?
This one's got a lot of potatoes, and this one's got a lot of everything else.
Well, I imagine the kitchen. I am sorry I don't have a chef right now. Wasn't able to make this voyage.
I got it. And then Victor will just start walking in.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing Are you gonna be cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the. He looks over to Janis and he's like, "Yeah, I was gonna have to resupply on the way on one of the islands, but maybe I'll give you a little discount on this trip if somebody else is gonna be cooking and they brought supplies. So there you go."
Captain Gerbo is sweet on the local jazz singer at the jazz club, Gerby.
Gertie.
Gertie.
Or Gertie.
Gerby's his child.
Gertie. I was meant to say Gertie.
Yeah. Oh no, a world where Gerby doesn't exist.
Oh no. Yet.
It's the worst time.
Well, what are we standing around for? Get their supplies on the ship. And the workers, like the crew,
Up.
gets up and they start picking up supplies and taking them onto the ship and put them in the storage area and strapping down things and
Hoist the topsails.
and start getting the boat ready and like cranking up the engines and all that good stuff. They're magical crystal engines.
So, I guess you weren't expecting that, because I know we weren't. Somehow we're unconscious in a damp cave, and we're private detectives being hired to ride a boat across the ocean to find a team of archaeologists. totally didn't know Adam was going to do something like that. But it was a whole lot of fun, like getting to play like the team of seasoned detectives that just want to get the job done and make their money and stuff like that. Harkens back to season 1, and just I really like that vibe that we got. So that was a great time. Good show, Adam. Good show. Anyway, if you want to know more about our show, see the segue there, you can go to mikesandmonsters.com. It's our webpage with everything good on it. Lots of fun items in our merch store that you can get. Some of them designed by Adam. He does a lot. Also, if you want to become a patron on Patreon, we've got a number of different tiers that get you extra stuff, advanced episodes, advanced knowledge of stuff that's coming. So just check that out. If you can do anything, we would appreciate it. And if you can't, we just appreciate you listening to what we're putting out. You know, regular show is always going to be free. If all you can do is have your day be a little bit better by listening to us goof around, we're happy. All music was written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you again for listening to Microphones and Monsters. Bye, everybody.